Hello, people. Hope you had a good day so far and hope you're having a great evening. And today I'll be doing another TV series review. And this one is kind of like, wasn't really how I expected. A family member did request this to me, and I got watching. So the first one or two episodes was alright. There had a few gags and jokes in there, but it got very silly and tedious. It was very quite. It stars Drew Barrymore and a few other actors. I've forgotten. I don't know their names in the old one though, but that's. And I don't know the characters that they played. But it was more. It was very disappointing. It's not how you expect, really. I don't know what to make of it in this one. It's basically about a wife that there's a father, wife, and daughter, and the wife is infected. She's got like a virus that turns into a zombie. Now she doesn't go around eating people like that, that you would see in usual zombie type movies and shows. But she, if anyone it's hard to explain. If anyone provokes her or whatever, like someone friends are telling her something, she'll eat them. It's very weird. I don't know how to describe it. And that TV series is called Santa Clarita Diet, and it's a basically obviously a comedy slash TV series, I should say. I mean, this might contain spoilers. Bear in mind as well, as I said in my other videos. I mean, you can watch it for yourself if you want. It's basically like 4 seasons, and when I reached the end of season 4, there's obviously no more after that. So just because the reason is because of the finances and stuff, and they didn't have enough to continue it. So that was quite disappointing. It probably was quite a poor show, but how can you not have enough resources anyway if it's a good budget type of series? It's hard to explain. Now I've watched other stuff before that some good and some bad. Some of those movies and series that can't be about people who never heard of this, and some of it's like I can't understand why people haven't heard of this. So not many people would. That's probably why the views in some of my movie reviews are not up like that, because some people haven't heard this stuff I've seen. Now, of course, I'm surprised Saw Paranormal Activity in Cities hasn't got much yet, because that's a very popular one. That should be skyrocketing. But the other ones I've spoken about, not a lot of people have heard of. And in this one, it's not even I heard of it. Like I was curious. I wanted to finish up because only 4 seasons, and there's not many episodes in a season. So I was watching them thinking, I don't know how to describe this. I was curious. Like, it was, you know, it didn't have to be funny. Like, it did have to be funny, to be fair, to actually be like good at something to watch. There was definitely something there. I just didn't know how to explain it. Then I don't really know that the rating for this would be kind of difficult to get because it has good actors in it, but it just needed the comedy to spice up a little bit more. And well, I don't know. The woman was kind of funny, if you want to put it that way. The dad was kind of like funny as well with his like laid back attitude to things. Like you could admit there was something there. I just did not know why they couldn't have made it funnier. And I'm not a fan of them, to be honest. I don't really watch their shows or movies or whatever they've done, but it's there was something, there was potential. The police officer wasn't funny. I've forgotten her name. Um, I forgot that I know there was there was a guy a boy that lived next to them, a neighbor, and the police officer's stepdad, and a mom. I forgot what the mom does now. And the police officer was kind of he kind of got eaten first. I don't know because he kind of knew. I don't know if he knew something or something happened. I don't know what the reason was. I think maybe it's because the woman might have actually went in the house. I can't really remember, to be honest. Like it was such a weird ass series. I just didn't know how to didn't know how to view it. There's a part where a plantation got destroyed from a missile launcher. It turned out to be the guy and the girl. So I was an act of what. So it's kind of strange that these things are strange. And obviously the guy had to hide evidence from his to help his wife out, so no one knows what she's like and no one knows what she is. So it's kind of, even for me, I've said it before, but it's kind of like it's hard for me to explain how this one goes. 'Cause I don't really. I mean, it's been a long time since I watched it. Now, when did I watch it? It was months and months ago. So way back, so basically. So that's probably why I've forgotten and I haven't got in touch. I should have done a series review on this before, but I'm too hell bent on doing my movie reviews. So what review should I give this then? I would say it's average. It's a good quality movie. It's a good quality series. I basically the boy did have some army gear in his wardrobe or something. It's and there's a scene that's like a party going on and stuff, and a convention as well. So just to find out, so the guy can cure his wife of this illness that she's got. It's very weird. Like this should be funnier. Something like that should ultimately. It should be like a Shaun of the Dead type thing. Shaun of the Dead should do something like this. That would be genius, or at least there should be a zombie movie similar to this but more funnier. It's almost like they had to. They don't make. It's like they don't want to say that it was over too offensive. It's kind of weird. Um, so that I don't know. It's hard for me to explain honestly. So the rating I'm gonna give this is 5 out of 10. I don't think it's a below average. I think it's a very average movie with good actors in it, well known. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen them or heard of them before. So it's not like it's a completely trashy movie. It had elements of something good in there. Storyline they had good. They needed the humor. That's what I'm talking about in comedy. In these type of shows, especially with this genre, you need to have comedy. You need to have jokes. And you need to actually make it funny. Something that could be laughable, even if it makes you laugh automatically, and it's not your type of thing to watch. That's a good thing. This made me feel like there was a joke that was meant to come, but it didn't come. Maybe it's just that I didn't, see the jokes in plain sight. It was like bits and pieces of it could have been funnier. I hate when that happens. I hate when there's like watching a movie and it's like, oh, there could be a funny scene here, and there's nothing funny. It's like a horror movie where you think something scary is coming, but it never comes. It's always like, why is it a horror then? Like, come on, producers and directors and writers. You need to start making things like this better. It has potential there. You need to start actually making the genre look how it actually looks in the movie. Don't just make it all like, oh, well, we're going to include less of this genre in it than the other. Well, what's the point in that then? If there's a horror, if you make a horror movie, there's no horror, it might just be called a straight up drama, an action or thriller, because that's technically what it is. Honestly, like, I've seen comedies in my time. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, and at least the good ones I've seen were funny. They had relevant jokes to it. It's honestly, I don't know if people find this funny. That means people just laugh at anything because it's comedy. This is what I keep explaining. Just because it says comedy doesn't mean it would always be funny. I've seen some really funny shows that our friends I know would be like, that's not funny. That's really that you find the ones I show are straight up humor, and it needs to have humor that's relevant. Honestly, like this, it's hard for me to explain as it is. It's like with action. If there's less action, what is the point of it being an action movie then? If you're gonna have more talking, there's got to be talking, but you also got to have elements of like the genre in it too, because everything's a drama. Do not forget, even horror is a drama. So drama should really be included in 80% of the movies, to be quite honest. So if you enjoyed this TV series review video, please give a like below, comment below, share with everyone, subscribe and hit the notification below, and I shall see you in my next video.